Hello everyone. Before I could start today's topic, that is heterotrophic mode of nutrition, let's quickly recall the autotrophic mode of nutrition. What is autotrophic mode of nutrition? As I have told you in the earlier classes, autotrophic mode of nutrition is being followed by those organisms which can prepare their own food, and the organisms which follow this kind of mode of nutrition are called as autotrophs. They are able to synthesize their own food because of the presence of the green pigment chlorophyll within the leaves. But what about the plants which don't have chlorophyll? Which mode of nutrition they follow? They follow the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So, the plants which do not contain chlorophyll follow the heterotrophic mode of nutrition and are called as heterotrophs. Now, to make our understanding more clear and precise, heterotrophic mode of nutrition is divided into 4 types. So, let us understand in detail one by one. To begin with, we have the parasitic mode of nutrition, we have the insectivorous mode of nutrition, we have the saprophytic nutrition, we have the symbiotic nutrition. So, heterotrophic mode of nutrition is divided into 4 types. First one is parasitic nutrition, second one is insectivorous nutrition, third one is saprophytic nutrition, and fourth one is symbiotic nutrition. Now in parasitic nutrition, what happens? Here the plant completely depends upon other organism for its food, and the organism from where it derives the nutrients is called as the host, and the plant itself is called as the parasitic plants. Now parasitic plants completely depend upon the host for their nutrients. What are its examples? The examples of parasitic plants are dodder and mistletoe. Now let us go through about how the dodder obtains its food from the host. Now you can just go through this picture. The picture shows the image of the dodder plant, and as you all can see, it is not green in color, it is yellow in color. As a result, it cannot prepare its own food. Because of lack of chlorophyll, the dodder cannot prepare its own food. Then how does it obtain its nutrients? The roots are modified. They go through in deep penetrate into the host. The roots of the dodder plant penetrate into the stem of the host, and from there they derive their nutrients. And as these plants completely depend upon the host for its nutrients, it is called as the total parasitic plant. Now let us quickly move on to the other example, that is the mistletoe. So mistletoe is another example of a plant which follows the parasitic nutrition. Now, as you can see in the figure, this is the figure of the mistletoe plant. As you have seen, it is green in color. Oh, it is green in color. So, it can prepare its own food. Then how does it depend upon the other plant for its food? It doesn't completely depend for its food on the other plant, but it depends for deriving the water and the minerals which are necessary to prepare the food from the host. So, mistletoe is not a total parasite. It is a partial parasite. So, it doesn't depend completely upon the host for preparation of its food, but it depends only to derive the water and minerals from the host to prepare its food.